Okay, so we have the basis of the drums, and now we're going to get into the song and the melodic parts, and we're going to use Arcade for that. Before I dive into Arcade, are there any questions that I can answer about this process here with the drums and the nature programming to get the percussion? And as I look up here at my chat window, someone asked, where did you get the idea of sampling out in the abandoned snowy cabin? The idea of sampling outdoors in general, and primarily for the snowy cabin, has been with me for many years. If I'm not in the studio making music, I love to be outdoors, and there are several activities I like to participate in. And it's just been a natural fit where if I'm out hiking or biking, or in this case, going to a snowy cabin via a snowmobile, I like to have either my phone or recorders with me to record sounds and take them home and have fun with them. And also, several times I've used the outdoors as my studio itself, where not only am I recording the sounds, but I have my laptop right on my lap and I'm working on music outdoors, which is awesome. I'm not seeing any questions popping up in the chat window as of now about the percussion, so I'm going to move on to Arcade and see what we got. Oh, and I also have a river recording here too, which we can work with as well. We'll get to that later. Okay, so here is Arcade. Arcade is a loop-based synthesizer. This plugin is freaking groundbreaking. It's really awesome. These are, I would reverse some of the feedback sounds. Great idea, Sonia. So Arcade has all these different categories for different types of loops and different types of sounds. For instance, Nightmare is going to be dark, twisted. Warning, don't listen to these before bedtime. These are going to be sounds that are definitely going to be a bit more haunting and sound designy and crazy. And then you have Rhythm Culture, which you're going to have all different types of drum loops from different pockets of the world, all the way to Toys. If you go here to Toys, you're going to have sounds of, your kids' toys or your brother and sister's toys from when you're little, Teletubbies to glockenspiels that are chopped up and warped and manipulated into musical loops. In this case, and in this course, we're going to go into Chopped. Chopped is their latest batch of sounds, and man, this thing is pretty freaking cool. Right before we logged on here, I was dabbling with some sounds, and I wanted to see what I can come up with. So I'm going to load up my musical typing, and I'm just going to play some of the sounds, and you can get an idea of what we're working with here. So the white keys on your keyboard play the loop, and then the black keys are modulators, and they do everything from stutter edits to reversing to time, bass manipulation, all kinds of cool stuff. So these are piano loops. So you can go here and you can click, and then you can see what you're working with here. And there's a lot to go into this, and I'm not going to go into all of it. There are plenty of other videos that go under the hood of Arcade. For now, we're just going to use this on how it can inspire a song quickly. Outside of this edit view of the sample, you have a couple other views itself. Like I said, I'm not going to dive too much into it, but what's really great is if you just go here to the main window, and then you have 4 macros that are assigned to different effects that augment to instant creativity. So let's check this out. So beautiful chords that are already laid out there in a loop fashion. And this is great for like songwriting sessions. I remember a couple times you can have you have a co-write and you just want some instant creativity. And even if you don't have a piano in the room, but you have a laptop and you have Arcade, you can load up that and you can have some great chords that can inspire instant creativity. So in this case, I laid out a little sequence here. Check it out. Pretty cool. And I assure you, I did not. That sounds pretty freaking cool already. Everything's in time. and I just put together that drum loop just at whim. So it's pretty cool how it just homogenous that thought process is and arcade is, and how like right now I could have my buddy come in from the other room and start writing a song to this. Like it's just like really cool how this all works. So we have arcade here, and just to show you the modulators, if I come back here to my musical typing. Sorry, I'm trying not to type. Excuse me. I'm not gonna speak over Logic playback again. So if I just solo this and then use the black keys as modulators. For instance, if this is going to reverse. This is a reverse modulator, so let's hit that. Pretty cool. Actually, I think I'm just going to have that whole thing be reversed. So let's try this all the way through. And maybe we'll have just the first section, or maybe just the back half, actually. So let's try this. I like that. So let's go to the top. Here comes the reverse now. Keep my drums going here. And let's do one more modulator for this turnaround here. So let's go here, and let's try a couple other ideas. I like that. So let's back this up half bar. Cool. And we go here. Oops, I didn't record that. So actually I think that was F sharp. I'm not a fan of that one, so I'm just going to get rid of that, and we'll go all the way to the end. Cool. And as you can see here, we can go under the hood and manipulate the modifiers. So for instance, if we wanted to, the repeat rate is at a quarter note, we can go to 16th notes. A little too much in this instance, but as you can see, it's beautifully laid out to change the note value of what you want. So I believe it was a quarter note before, so let's just do that.